Hello friends in YouTube land, it's Asenva here again for another official Junkie Spot review. Today I have an awesome cool looking Pullip. She is from the Gosick anime. This is the Victorique de Blois, or however you pronounce it, because I can't really speak French, so I'm sorry. But yes, she comes from a really cool anime that's very much like Sherlock Holmes, or if you want to think of it as the girl version of Black Butler, kind of like that. And she is breathtakingly beautiful and comes with a lot of just really cool, neat looking things. So before I start the in-depth review, because I will be taking off all of her items so that way you can see what she looks like underneath as well, let's take a look at the things that she does come with. So she does come with this really cute looking little head bonnet that goes on top of her head, kind of like how the character wears it. She happens to be wearing a very lovely detailed dress that looks just like the character's dress, and her face is really pretty. She also has a character card that kind of shows you who she is, and she has shoes, little boots that go with her outfit. And then she comes packaged really well in the Pullip's box that is kind of themed to what she has, and it has the anime's title. You'll also notice that she has some of the plastic still on her, because I just wanted to kind of emphasize that these dolls come really well packaged. She is standing using the pull-up stand that she comes with. It's an adjustable stand that can be put to her waist. You can put it around her neck. You can put it under the dress. It's really up to you. Underneath her dress here, she's got a really elaborate petticoat, which is really nice. She's got some stockings here as well. And let's go ahead and take off some of the clothing so that way we can take a closer look at what she looks like underneath. This is what the doll body looks like. It's very similar, if you kind of can see. It looks pretty much like an ABJD body, which is one of the things that people do with these pull-up dolls. The only thing that I would say is that if you want to do a switch out for some of these bodies, for her in particular, and I know I also did the Magical Madoka one too, their skin tone doesn't really look like normal skin to me. It looks more like white skin. And I do have a doll that has white skin here, and this is a smaller one though. This is like the 21 centimeter ABJD, so. But you can see that the white skin looks like a better match than the normal skin does. So if you are interested, probably would look into the white skin more than the normal skin for sure. And like I said, just do your research for it. But let's go ahead and just take a look at the bodies that the pull-ups themselves come with. They have a couple of different points of articulation, and they do differ from the ABJD bodies in the areas of jointing that they have. There's going to be some key pieces that can come off, so don't be afraid if you're handling the doll and then a piece pops off. It can pop right back into place. Some of those main places that do pop off, one being the shoulder area right here. This piece, if you pull at it, it can come off. But like I said before, you can just actually just put it back in. It's not a problem. One kind of interesting thing though that I did notice with the pull-ups is that the peg piece has these grooves in it, and I'm assuming that it's for traction and stuff, because if you look at an ABJD part, this is an ABJD arm compared to a pull-up arm. You can see that the top one, this is the pull-up arm, it has those ridges and this one does not. So I'm assuming, you know, it's for you know, traction purposes and whatnot. But I mean, they look pretty very much the same. But our pull-up arm is a lot different. Pull-up arm, it swivels at a higher point in the arm. Our elbow here, pretty basic. It just kind of has like a typical hinge. It does spin, it does move here as well. And yet again, this is another piece that can pop out, so just, you know, be careful. Moving down to our wrist, it can pivot from side to side and go in a circle. It really doesn't go from side to side, from like left to right on the hand, like if you're going like this, like waving. But it does go down and it does go up for sure. And that's a closer look at her hand here. She has a two-part torso, meaning that she's got an upper part right here and then her middle part here where her tummy is. As far as mobility for that goes, she can move it to the side from left to right. I mean, it's got some movement there. Going forward and backwards, however, it's not really that mobile there. She's just pretty much stationary, standing. So moving right along down to where her hips are at, if you look towards the inside here, you can see there's almost kind of like a ball and encased into two pieces on either side, and that's kind of what's making her leg shift outwards. As far as like movements for legs, it just goes out this far as kind of like a vertical opening goes. but they are crafted to where they have grooves in them to where they can sit. So if you push up all the way, they can sit like with a 90-degree angle with them. But once again, they have another groove on the other side, meaning that if you try to move it backwards, that's the extent it can go. It can't go beyond this part right here. That's as far back as it goes for the leg. The knees are also really special too. Like I mentioned before, different parts pop off. The knee is one of the things that can pop off. You know, if you look in the inside, I mean, that's just the part that goes into it there. It has just a normal hinge. Once again, it's got the little rivets on the peg here. You'll see the little screw there as well, and it just kind of pivots it up and down. You just stick it back in there. You'll see that it can kind of go to a sitting position and back out. And then last but not least, going down to the bottom where her feet are at. This is another part that really doesn't come off. It's kind of permanently attached. The feet kind of just have an up and down range of motion. Really can't go inwards or outwards with the foot, and it doesn't really go from left to right. You're essentially moving the whole leg if you're trying to move that outwards. That's pretty much all it does. So like I was mentioning before, something that kind of makes these dolls unique or kind of stand out from other dolls is they have that lovely eye mechanism in the back. This is the eye mechanism that I was talking about. And basically, this little switch will make it go from left to right, or you can leave the little switch in the middle. And when you're doing that, if you look towards the front, she's looking left and right. These little buttons, however, you'll see these little pegs that are here. You can actually press on them. And what that does is it kind of closes the eyes. If you press it in all the way and click it, it closes the eye completely. And if you want the eye to open back up, you'll just gently press up on the little peg, and then it comes right out. If you're interested in seeing this doll, or if you want to check out some other really cool dolls made by Pullips, definitely check out the Junkie Spot. They have a lot of them on sale. That's www.junkiespot.com. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to send me a message. I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. I have some other links down below where you can find me as well. And I hope that you have an awesome, super fantabulous day. Bye!